Pray thee, Rosalind, sweet my coz, be merry.
Dear Celia, I show more mirth than I am mistress of. And would you yet I were merrier? Unless you could teach me to forget a banished father, you must not learn me how to remember any extraordinary pleasure.
Herein I see thou lovest me not with the full weight that I love thee. If my uncle, thy banished father, had banished thy uncle, the Duke, my father, so hadst thou still been with me, I could have taught my love to take thy father for mine. So wouldst thou, if the truth of thy love to me were so righteously tempered as mine is to thee.
Well, I will forget the condition of my estate to rejoice in yours.
You know my father hath no child but I, nor none is like to have, and when he dies, thou shalt be his heir. For what he hath taken away from thy father perforce, I will render thee again in affection. By mine honor I will. And when I break that oath, let me turn monster. Therefore, my sweet Rose, my dear Rose, be merry.
From henceforth I will, coz. And devise sport.
Oh.
Let me see. What think you of falling in love?
Ah. Oh, marry, I prithee do. Oh, to make sport withal. But love no man in good earnest, nor further in sport, neither than with the safety of a pure blush thou mayest in honor come off again.
What shall be our sport then?
Let us sit and mock the good housewife Fortune from her wheel, that her gifts may henceforth be bestowed equally.
I would we could do so, for her benefits are mightily misplaced, and the bountiful blind woman doth most mistake in her gifts to women.
'Tis true, for those that she makes fair, she scarce makes honest, and those that she makes honest, she makes very ill-favoredly.
Nay, now thou goest from Fortune's office to Nature's. Fortune reigns in gifts to the world, not in the lineaments of nature.
No, when nature hath made a fair creature, may she not by fortune fall into the fire? Though nature hath given us the wit to flout at fortune, hath not fortune sent in this fool to cut off the argument?
Indeed, there is fortune too hard for nature, when fortune makes nature's natural the cutter off of nature's wit.
Peradventure, this is not fortune's work neither, but nature's, who perceiveth our natural wits too dull to reason of such goddesses, and hath sent in this natural for our whetstone. For always the dullness of the fool is the whetstone of the wits. How now, wit? Whither wander you?
Mistress, you must come away to your father.
Well, you made the messenger?
No, by mine honor. But I was bid to come for you.
Where learned you that oath, fool?
Of a certain knight that swore by his honor that the pancakes were good and the mustard was not. Now, I stand to it, the pancakes were not and the mustard was good. And yet was not this knight forsworn.
How prove you that in the great heap of your knowledge?
I marry. Now unmuzzle your wisdom.
Stand you both forth.
Oh.
Stroke your chins and swear by your beards that I am a knave.
By our beards, if we had them, thou art.
By my knavery, if I had it, then I am. But if you swear by that is not, you are not forsworn. No more was this knight swearing by his honor, for he never had any. Or if he had, he swore it away before ever he saw those pancakes or that mustard.
I prithee, who is it that thou meanest?
One that old Frederick, your father, loves.
My father's love is enough to honor him enough. Speak no more of him. You'll be whipped for taxation one of these days.
The more pity, then, that fools may not speak wisely what wise men do foolishly.
You say is true, for since the little wit that fools have was silenced, the little foolery that wise men have doth make a great show. Here comes Monsieur Lebeau. Bonjour, Monsieur Lebeau. What's the news?
Fair princess, you have lost much good sport.
Sport? What color?
What color, madam? Why, how shall I answer you?
As wit and fortune would.
Or as the destinies decree.
Oh, well said. That was laid on with a trowel.
Nay, if I keep not my rank.
Thou losest thy old smell.
You amaze me, ladies. I would have told you of good wrestling which you have lost the sight of.
Yet tell us the manner of the wrestling.
Well, I will tell you the beginning, and your ladyships may see the end, for the best is yet to do. And here, where you are, they are coming to perform it.
Well, the beginning, that is dead and buried.
There comes an old man and his 3 sons.
Oh, I can match this beginning with an old tale.
3 proper young men of excellent growth and presence. The eldest of the 3 wrestled Charles, the Duke's wrestler, which Charles in a moment threw him and broke 3 of his ribs, that there is little hope of life in him. And so he served the 2nd, and so the 3rd. Yonder they lie.
Alas.
But what is the sport, monsieur, that the ladies have missed?
Why, this that I speak of.
Thus men grow wiser and wiser every day. This is the first that ever I heard of breaking of ribs being sport for ladies.
Or I promise thee.
Shall we see this wrestling, cousin?
You must if you stay here, for this is the place appointed for the wrestling, and they are ready to perform it.
Sure they are coming.
Come on!
Now let us stay and see it.
Since the youth will not be entreated, his own peril on his forwardness.
Is yonder the man?
Even he, madam.
Alas, he is too young, yet he looks successfully.
How now, daughter and cousin? Are you crept hither to see the wrestling?
I, my liege, so please you give us leave.
You will take little delight in it, I can tell you. There is such odds in the man.
Young sir. Have you challenged Charles the wrestler?
No, fair princess. He is the general challenger. I come but in as others do, to try with him the strength of my youth.
Young gentlemen, your spirits are too bold for your years. You have seen cruel proof of this man's strength. If you saw yourself with your eyes or knew yourself with your judgment, the fear of your adventure would counsel you to a more equal enterprise. We pray you, for your own sake, to embrace your own safety and give over this attempt.
Do, young sir. Your reputation shall not therefore be misprized. We will make it our suit to the Duke, that the wrestling might not go forward.
I beseech you, punish me not with your hard thoughts, but let your fair eyes and gentle wishes go with me to my trial, wherein, if I be foiled, there is but one shamed that was never gracious, if killed, but one dead that is willing to be so. I shall do my friends no wrong, for I have none to lament me. The world no injury, for in it I have nothing. Only in the world I fill up a place, which may be better supplied when I have made it empty.
The little strength that I have, I would it were with you.
And mine, to eke out hers.
Fare you well. Pray heaven I be deceived in you.
Your heart's desires be with you.
Come! Where is this young gallant who so desires to lie with his mother earth?
Ready, sir, but his will hath in it a more modest working.
You shall try but one fall.
No, I warrant your grace. You shall not entreat him to a second that have so mightily persuaded him from a first.
You mean to mock me after? You should not have mocked me before. Come your ways.
Charles. Oh, Charles.
Come on. Now, yeah.
Come on, Charles.
Excellent young man!
Would I were invisible to catch the strong fellow by the leg.
Oh, be wary, you. Be wary.
Now, Hercules, be thy speed, young man!
If I had a thunderbolt in my eye, I could tell him sit down.
No more. No more!
Yes, I beseech your grace, I am not yet well breathed.
How dost thou, Charles?
He cannot speak, my lord.
Bear him away. What is thy name, young man?
Orlando, my liege, the youngest son of Sir Roland de Boys.
Oh.
I would thou hadst been son to some man else. The world esteemed thy father honorable, but I did find him still mine enemy. Would thou hadst told me of another father.
Were I my father, cause would I do this?
I am more proud to be Sir Roland's son, his youngest son, and would not change that calling to be adopted heir to Frederick.
My father loved Sir Roland as his soul, and all the world was of my father's mind. Had I before known this young man his son, I should have given him tears unto entreaties, ere he should thus have ventured.
Gentle cousin, let us go thank him and encourage him. My father's rough and envious disposition sticks me at heart. Sir, you have well deserved. If you do but keep your promises in love, but justly as you have exceeded all promise, your mistress shall be happy.
Gentlemen, wear this for me. One out of suits with fortune that could give more, but that her hand lacks means. Will you go, cuz?
Aye. Fare you well, fair gentlemen.
Can I not say, I thank you?
He calls us back. My pride fell with my fortunes. I'll ask him what he would. Did you call, sir? Sir, you have wrestled well and overthrown more than your enemies.
Shall we go, cuz?
I'm with you. Fare you well.
Whoa, what passion hangs these weights upon my tongue? I cannot speak to her, yet she urged conference. Oh, Orlando, thou art overthrown. Or Charles, or something weaker masters thee.
Good sir, I do in friendship counsel you to leave this place. Albeit you have deserved high commendation, true applause and love, yet such is now the Duke's condition that he misconstrues all you have done. The Duke is humorous. What he is, indeed, better suits you to conceive than I to speak of.
I thank ye, sir, and pray you tell me this. Which of the two was daughter of the Duke that here was at the wrestling?
Neither is daughter if we judge by manners. Yet, indeed, the lesser is his daughter. The other is daughter to the banished Duke, and here detained by her usurping uncle to keep his daughter company, whose loves are dearer than the natural bond of sisters. But I can tell you that of late this Duke hath ta'en displeasure against his gentle niece, grounded upon no other argument but that the people praise her for her virtues and pity her for her good father's sake. And on my life, his malice against the lady will suddenly break forth.
LeBeau?
Sir, fare you well. Hereafter, in a better world than this, I shall desire more love and knowledge of you.
I rest much bounden to you, fare you well. Thus must I from the smoke into the smother, from tyrant Duke unto tyrant brother. Heavenly Rosalind.
Why, cousin. Why, Rosalind. Cupid have mercy, not a word.
Not one to throw at a dog.
Oh, thy words are too precious to be cast away upon curs. Throw some of them at me. Come, lame me with reasons.
Then were there two cousins laid up, when the one should be lamed with reasons, and the other mad without any.
But is all this for your father?
No. Some of it is for my child's father.
Oh!
How full of briars is this working day world!
No, they are but birds, cousin, thrown upon thee in holiday foolery. If we walk not in the trodden paths, our very petticoats will catch them.
I could shake them off my coat. These burrs are in my heart.
Hem them away.
I would try if I could cry, and have him.
Oh, come, wrestle with thy affection.
Oh, they take the part of a better wrestler than myself.
Oh, a good wish upon you. But turning these jests out of service, let us talk in good earnest. Is it possible, on such a sudden, that you should fall into so strong a liking with old Sir Roland's youngest son?
The Duke, my father, loved his father dearly.
Does it therefore ensue that you should love his son dearly? And by this kind of chase I should hate him. For my father hated his father, and yet I hate not Orlando.
No, Faith, hate him not for my sake.
Why should I not? Doth he not deserve well?
Let me love him for that. And do you love him because I do? Oh, here comes the Duke.
With his eyes full of anger.
Mistress! Dispatch with you your safest haste and get you from our court.
Me, uncle?
You, cousin! Within these 10 days, if thou beest found so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest for it.
I do beseech your grace, never so much as in a thought unborn did I offend your highness.
Thus do all traitors. If their purgation did consist in words, they are as innocent as grace itself. Let it suffice thee that I trust thee not.
Yet your mistrust cannot make me a traitor. Tell me whereon the likelihood depends.
Thou art thy father's daughter. There's enough.
So was I when your highness took his dukedom. So was I when your highness banished him. Treason is not inherited, my lord. Or if we did derive it from our friends, what's that to me? My father was no traitor. Then good my liege, mistake me not so much to think my poverty is treacherous.
Your sovereign, hear me speak.
Celia, we stayed her for your sake, else had she with her father ranged along.
I did not then entreat to have her stay. It was your pleasure and your own remorse. I was too young at that time to value her, but I know her now. If she be traitor, why, so am I. We still have slept together, rose at an instant, learned, played, ate together, and wheresoe'er we went, like Juno's swan, still we went coupled and inseparable.
She is too subtle for thee, and her smoothness, her very silence, and her patience speak to the people, and they pity her. Thou art a fool. She robs thee of thy name, and thou wilt show more bright and seem more virtuous when she is gone. And open not thy lips. Firm and irrevocable is my doom, which I have passed upon her. She is banished.
Pronounce that sentence then on me, my liege. I cannot live out of her company.
You are a fool. You, niece, provide yourself. If you outstay the time, upon mine honor and in the greatness of my word, you die.
Oh, my poor Rosalind, whither wilt thou go? Wilt thou change fathers? I will give thee mine. I charge thee, be thou not more grieved than I am.
I have more cause.
Thou hast not, cousin, prithee be cheerful. Knowest thou not the Duke hath banished me, his daughter?
That he hath not.
No, hath not. Rosalind then lacks the love which teacheth thee that thou and I am one. Shall we be sundered? Shall we part, sweet girl? No. Oh, let my father seek another heir. Therefore devise with me how we may fly, whither to go and what to bear with us, and do not seek to take your change upon you, to bear your griefs yourself and leave me out. For by this heaven, now at our sorrows pale, say what thou canst, I will go along with thee.
Why, whither shall we go?
To seek my uncle in the forest of Arden.
Alas, What danger will it be to us maids as we are to travel?